play guitar and sing in Havana. This is my main guitar. It's just a Japanese Fender Jazzmaster. This is irrelevant, doesn't work anymore. Well, not doesn't work, but we got bare knuckle P90s in here, and just sort of like took that out of the circuit, and 280 custom pots in here to make it sound a bit more like dark and organic, because it was really bright before when you switched down onto the so it's, I don't know, it just sounds really, with like the amps as well, it just sounds like quite vintage and old, and I don't know, I don't really know anything about it, but it sounds good. This is like the Jazzmaster is my main guitar. This is like I use it a little bit less than the Jazzmaster. It's just a Fender Jaguar thin line, I think it is. And I pretty much bought it because it looked good, and didn't play it for ages when I got it. But now, recently, my tech Matt set it up, and it actually, I think it almost, well, it doesn't sound better, but it's on par with the Jazzmaster, and it's a different sound. It's a lot more like, I don't know how to explain it without sounding like an idiot. It's a bit more, I don't know. It's like a fuller sound, and but kind of twangy at the same time. I don't know how to. It sounds cool and it looks pretty wicked, so that's pretty much why I use it. This is the only acoustic I use. It's just a Faith 12-string. Sounds pretty good. I always wanted a 12-string, and then the people at Faith were kind enough to give me this, and I don't know, there's nothing to really say. It's just a box standard 12-string with it has got this thing where you can change the volume of each string to balance it out, but I think it was on like a really good setting, because I've never had to use that. Plus, if I touched it, it'd probably go wrong. But it's just a pretty nice guitar.
What songs do you use that for?
I use it on Hassan and Pier. I used to use it on a song called I Will Try, but I haven't done for a while. We do a cover of Friday I'm in Love by The Cure. I use it on that. Yeah, it's just anything that I need a bit more of a fuller acoustic sound, I use it on. I pretty much got drunk and bought this off the internet just because I like the way it looks. And then when I bought it, I figured out I couldn't play it because you have to it's quite a hard action. But I don't know. I really like slide guitar. For me, I find it easier to do it on a lap steel as opposed to on a guitar. So and there's a couple of songs we play it in. So I don't know. I just like adding as many instruments as I possibly can and making it as hard for the sound people as possible. Yeah, it's cool. This little contraption, Superless delay pedal. I pretty much only use it in one song, which is a song called 54, but the reason I like it is because it's really transparent, doesn't like add any weird, doesn't make the guitar sound worse than it actually is, or the amp sound worse than it is. It doesn't like colour the sound at all, and that's exactly what I want really, but like I said, I'm not big on effects, I'm more of a, I don't know, tones in the fingers, isn't it? This is a tremolo pedal which I literally use for about 30 seconds of one song and just make it sound as ridiculous as I can, and there's absolutely no reason why I like that whatsoever. It just makes the guitar sound ridiculous, so don't use that. I use this reverb pedal. I bought it purely because of the size, because it fits on there, and I literally only use it when I play like lap steel and slide guitar. But it's pretty. I mean, it's pretty natural sound reverb. It's got I just use the Hall setting in the middle because it's just the most natural one I can find. But I don't know. I only really use it for like slide stuff, so it's not like a big part. Yeah, just orange cows. The reason we have two is because we used to run two heads for like clean and overdrive, obviously, just because it keeps it separate EQs and stuff. But because there's hardly any clean in this set really, like I use it on a couple of songs and mainly for the lap steel, we're just running the bottom cab, that's literally just for show. It works.
I'm Chris, and I play kind of lead bits in Havana. This is my pedalboard, and basically what we've got here is obviously a tuner to start off with. That's a good start. Boss DD20 here for all my delay stuff. Boss digital reverb, the RV5 there. I just like have that for extra reverb and stuff. And then I've just got a electro harmonics Pog 2, which I use for kind of like octave bits, but I also use the this kind of attack function here on one setting, just as kind of like a volume swell, so I don't have to do it on my pot. That's pretty much it.
How will you tend to use the digital delay? Is it quite a lot in the set, or the lead part?
Yeah, I use it quite a lot, to be honest. Yeah. I don't think I really play that much like traditional lead stuff, and it's kind of more like just textures and stuff like that. And more recently, I've started to use kind of a reverb instead of my delay for some bits, because I've just found that sometimes it's just a bit too much. This is my main guitar set at the moment. It was just a standard Fender Telecaster, Mexican one, and actually came with a single coil in the bridge and this Seymour Duncan like mini humbucker in the neck. I mainly use this pickup, but when I got it, I actually bought like new hardware and these lace sensor pickups as well. So it was kind of the same as this guitar, which is my baby. It's the oldest guitar I own. I've had this maybe like, I don't know, like 10 years or so now. It's a 1994 Fender Telecaster Plus. Did originally have kind of like a coil tap, but eventually the electronics have just kind of all fallen apart. So we've kind of replaced it with just kind of a more standard electronics. And then I've also got this guitar is another spare. It's just a Fender Telecaster Custom, I think it is, the 72 Custom. Just a Mexican one, which is kind of a recent purchase. We're not using it at the moment, but yeah. Sometimes if I'm feeling a bit fancy, I'll put it up in there.
What do you like most about tellies? What do you use them?
Just the feel of it. I've tried to play other guitars before. I don't know. I really like the way. For some reason, I really like the way it plays. I guess it's kind of to do with the strings going through the body, as opposed to it kind of being attached to like a Floyd Rhodes system, or like on a Strat, like a floating bridge. And I've tried to play like jazz masters and stuff before, but I just don't like the way that they play really. I guess that's it. I really, as you can see, I really like maple necks as well, which are a bit of a pain in the arse to look after, but I just prefer them a lot to rosewood. It just kind of, they just play nicer, I think. What I'm using at the moment is this Marshall JCM 900, which is actually a loaner from Marshall. I've had this for about a few months now, and I'm really enjoying using it. I used to use a DSL all the time, which is DSL 50, but this is one I actually own. And I think we did like some shows in Japan last year, and what we got given over there was actually a JCM 900, and I found out that I just really preferred it to the sound of a DSL. Not entirely sure why, but yeah, there's just a lot more kind of just a lot more throaty. There's a lot more clarity in it, where I found the DSL was a bit too glassy, I guess. But yeah, that's it. And it's a pretty simple rig, really. Just running a power conditioner as well, like no extra bits and bobs. It's literally just guitar, pedalboard, amp, cab, done.
Cool. How have you found tonally this album's different for you? It's a lot more like classic, more vintage sound.
Yeah, so now the new record is, the guitar sounds on it, we use like a lot of vintage amps, and everything's a lot less gainy as well, whereas before I think our music was a little bit heavier, so we just had like loads of gain, loads less mids, whereas now we've kind of gone for a lot more warmer guitar sounds, so yeah. hence why we're now running kind of, you know, like a combination of Marshall and Orange stuff, especially like the Orange cabs. They're just absolutely perfect for what we do live. They've just got a lot more body and weight to them, I guess, than any other cabs do.
Hi, I'm Matthew. I play guitars and acoustic guitars as well. This guitar was actually the first guitar I ever bought when I was 17, I think it was. It's I don't know, it's pretty standard. It's nothing, well, it wasn't anything particularly special. It's just a Mexican Fender Strat 50s reissue, I think it was. Mainly because I saw Simon Neil play something of a similar colour from Biffy Clyro, and I thought, that looks cool, I'm getting it. But recently, Matt, our guitar tech, fitted it out with a different scratch plate and bare knuckle pickup, so instead of sounding like a toy anymore, it actually sounds like a real guitar. Yeah, it's cool. It's really nice. I just love the trashy sound, almost that Strats can give, which is perfect for me. Yeah. Aesthetically, it is really pleasing to look at. I think it's got a really nice colour, but just it's got such a rich tone, I think, and yeah, I mean, just suits really well with the way acoustic guitars sit in the back of our songs anyway. Like, a lot of the time it's matched up with the drums and the bass, yeah, to be a tight rhythm section. But and so it's got a really rich, warm sound, but also it's got quite a lot of high end, so it adds that percussive element to it. It's really cool. Yeah, it's lovely. I haven't really got a massive pedalboard, but it doesn't really need that much. There's a standard tuner just to mute it and tune it, so make sure that it's actually my fault if a note is out of tune. So, which is good, I like that. Got a standard sort of just digital Boss delay pedal here for, well, just delay with a non-latching foot switch, so I can time it myself through a song, so it doesn't really matter if we play a song at a different tempo at all, which is cool, it's nice. And then I've got this small clone Electro Harmonics chorus pedal, essentially because I want to be in a 90s grunge band, and that sort of makes it sound a lot more like that. Yeah, but no, it's a really cool pedal actually. It sounds very similar to the tone that Kurt Cobain gets in "Come As You Are." It's just like that. Well, it just affects the rate and the depth, but it gives you a softer chorus. And like in a couple of songs, like when we play a song called "Leeches," I do it like that because it's just a bit more intense, which I like. And this here is a made homemade pedal, I guess, by Mr. Matthew Tagg, one of my guitar techs, essentially so that I only have one lead that I can use for an acoustic and an electric guitar, and just switch between that. That is when I'm just using electric, and that's for acoustic. It's simple, but it's cool, yeah. Orange Rockerverb 100 Mark II, so it just means 100 watts. So I mean, what I really like about it though is, for me, the way this matches up, this amp and those cabs match up with a Fender Strat. It doesn't get too much gain on it because with the single coil pickups there is a lot of gain on Strats normally, whereas this can get a distorted sound without having too much top end there, and it sits quite rich and warm in the middle, which I really like. Yeah, yeah, it's really good actually. That's what I would say.
You guys are using in-ears now. Is that because, partly because of the 3 guitar sound? It's easier for you. Yeah, it's also so we can keep it at a lower stage level as well, I guess. It's just it is easier to differentiate between it all as well in ears, which is handy. It's a bit strange because we've never really had them before, but it's cool. It's nice. Yeah. And how's it been for you guys now with the 3 guitar sound? Is it taking some time to work out how everyone fits around each other?
It seemed to gel quite well. I mean, because I switch quite a lot between acoustic and electric, and so like the acoustic ones, that adds the percussive element, so it sits really nicely with the drums and the bass as part of the rhythm section. But like it's with the electrics, it works pretty well because we all have different guitars. Like James has got his Jazzmaster, and Jag Pennells has got his Tellys, and so to have a Strat on that, which is all I use really, it's just sits really nicely. Well, when we get it right, I think. We've got our orange amps now, which yeah, just brings the best out of it, I think. It's cool.
Hi, I'm Lee from Havana. This is obviously my rig. I use 8x10 Ampeg, had it for years. It's very natural sounds. I wouldn't change it for the world. I've got Ibanez Tube Screamer. I very rarely use it, but when I do, it gives I sound a lot of balls. Also got a tuner. And got a wireless pack. stage clicks. They gave me endorsement a couple of years ago. Very, very useful. Gives you about 8 hours play. Yeah. Obviously a Fender Precision bass, American. I've had it for around about a year now. I usually use Music Man, but I've recently discovered Fender, and it's just better sound, more natural sounds. Yeah, Fender give us a good endorsement as well, so yeah, definitely the best bass that I've got at the moment. Last night was my first night on in-ears. I found it a bit strange because I've got a bit of sweat in between like my eardrum and like the earpiece. It sounded like I was in a fishbowl, but I'm gonna have to get used to it if I'm gonna jump around and sweat on the stage. But it's a lot better sound because Jaguar monitor guys sounds really good. So.